Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the Be Positive, Stay Positive podcast. My name is Nat, and I am here for you. I am here for you. And you notice the sound levels are a little different. I'm trying to get rid of that crackling noise. I'm here hopefully 3 times a week, sometimes not, to help you, give you the keys to the door that will unlock your happiness, help you find your own happiness. And that's the whole purpose of this show, is for me to help you find your happiness. Don't emulate or don't try to copy me, because I really don't have a plan, so you're going to be screwed if you try to copy me. So it's all about finding your happiness and your niche and what's your purpose here. All right? I do have to say a few things real quick. Don't forget about my book. I appreciate the people who have just recently purchased their personalized copy. Rudy, I think yours is going to get there to your house by August. But USPS, the Postal Service, is not kind to deliveries sometimes. But I will send you a copy of my book. You can go to my website, bepositivepodcast.com. If there's not a pop-up, there's some buttons or something there. Get your personalized copy. That goes directly to me, and we skip big tech and Amazon, all that stuff. But if you want to go to Amazon, you can search for The Positive Perspective and buy it there. Whatever. It's great. I love it. I appreciate the people who are supporting this show by purchasing my first book. If you've got something you want me to talk about, or you just want to say, hey, Nat, what's up? And you can always hit me up on the text line 304-506-3332. That has got to be one of the easiest phone numbers to remember, because you just got to remember 3456 and then 3 3s and a 2 and throw an O in there. 304-506-3332. It's so freaking easy. I want to hear from you. And I've heard from a couple of you, because the last show I talked about the 500th show coming up, and I want to do a live primetime version of the podcast. There might even be video if I could pull that off. I don't know if you guys want to see see me or not, but that might have to be the way it is. Oh my gosh. But I think the 500th show will be coming up in a couple of weeks, and if you would call into the show, if you're willing to call in and talk about some shit, at 304-506-3332. Send me a text to that number and say, yeah, man, I'll call in. Because if nobody's going to call in, I got a couple people right now, but if I only have 2 people that are going to call the show, I'm not going to do it. So if you want to call the show and talk about, I don't give a crap what you want to talk about. You can talk about the Super Bowl. You can talk about aliens. You can talk about your niece and her ingrown toenail. I mean, I don't care what you want to talk about, but it is going to be the celebration of 500 shows. And if you've listened to all of my podcasts, I'm sorry. No, thank you very much. I mean, I can't believe that I talk this much, but apparently I do. So the 500th show, I will be sending out, if you have emailed me or texted me if I have your email, you are on a list of over 600 people that I will be sending something out as soon as I solidify the tech side of it. It's got to work. So once I do that, everyone will get the alert, and my normal blasting out of my all my social media stuff, and you'll find out when it's going to be, and you can call in, and it's going to be a live call-in show. I think it should be fun. I mean, I text you guys live. I'd like to hear your voice too. It's kind of cool. If you've got something else you want me to talk about, you know where to go. The website /your story, and you can tell me all about it. I got somebody who said, Aura, her name is Aura, says, Uncle Nat, that's what I'm calling you, because all my best advice comes from you. Aura, thanks. I think that's the way you say it. A-U-R-A. Aura, okay. All right, what the hell am I going to talk about? Good God. No wonder I have almost 500 shows. I just don't shut up, right? Well, the world's getting crazy, and we're being influenced by so many different things, by past ideologies of what we think reality is, by present, I don't know what the word is. It's got to be assault of what society is supposed to be. And if you're over 20 years old, you're confused. And if you're over 40 years old, you're even more confused. And if you're in your 60s, you're like, what the fuck is going on? So how do you navigate through your life with all this craziness on the outside world? Now remember, the outside chatter doesn't matter. So today's show is called Stay True to yourself. And that is not always easy. It's difficult a lot of times. Because there's times when you have an opinion that goes against the grain. There's times that your thoughts and your emotions around a certain topic don't align with the majority of the people that you are in your circle of life. And what do you do? What do we do in that situation? Well, it depends. Sometimes we cave and we go, okay, we're just going to play the game. We think this one way, but in order to keep the peace, we're just going to agree and nod our head and be silent. And on one hand, if you're with family and you're just trying to enjoy the togetherness of family time, then I honestly think it's worth it to put objective opinions or questionable opinions of anything in your life aside to be able to spend joyous time with your family. Because what's really important, discussing topics you really don't know the answers to, or arguing over opinions, or spending time with the people that you love. And don't let the outside world influence you. Outside chatter doesn't matter. You have to stay true to yourself, who you are. And a lot of times when we're actually trying to follow our path and be true to who we are met with aggression. We are met with negativity. We are met with people or situations that don't accept who we are. We're met with situations to where we're almost forced to think in a way that is not copacetic with who we are as a physical being. And that's the most most simple way I can say it is, if you're not being true to yourself, if you're not, when you lay your head down the pillow at night and you go, okay, what happened today? How did I do today? This situation came up. I handled it this way. This came up, and you go through your day and you're like, okay, I'm okay with all that. Maybe you pissed somebody off. Maybe you made somebody hate you. Maybe you made a decision that changed someone else's life or whatever. But if you are true and you are okay with every decision you made for that day, when you lay your head down at night, you're being true to yourself. And in the end, if you think about it, you think about it, in the end, who do you got? You're on your deathbed. It's time to go. Your dance card has been pulled. It's time to punch out. Maybe you get enough time to say goodbye. Maybe you don't. But it's like, okay, here, it's time. Boom. What happens? We don't know what happens after that. But if you're true to yourself and you lived your life to the fullest and was 100% happy with who you are as a person, and not so concerned about what other people think about you as a person, but stayed true to yourself. Sure, you might rattle some cages or piss some people off, but you know what? That's on them. This is your life. So living your life and being you and being true to yourself, I'm telling you, I speak from experience. You're going to piss some people off, man. I tell you what. I wish I had a dime for every time I pissed somebody off, because I stuck to my guns, or I thought a certain way and I didn't cave to the pressure, the peer pressure, or the whatever. I don't care. I respect your opinion, but you respect mine. So I'm going to stay true to myself and be who I. And you know what? As long as you're true to yourself, and you can look in the mirror and go, you know what? I'm good. I did the right thing. I handled that the right way. This situation now today, I had a kind of a discrepancy with someone at my work about a week and a half ago, and there was no communication for this week and a half, and I realized I was being a baby. So I sucked it up and went back to that person and said, past is past, let's move forward. And it was great. So it's not like me to hold a grudge or to be angry at someone or to do that. And I did that for like a week and a half. And it's like, it did not feel good. It was an effort. It took away from my positivity. So when you stay true to yourself, that's not who I was. Be who you are. Who cares what other people think, man? Who cares? It doesn't matter in the end anyway. If you try to live your life to please someone else, or to live in their shadow, or to have their opinion of you be very high, when you're on your deathbed and you're dead, boom, they move on. It doesn't matter. You're irrelevant. You are totally irrelevant. Oh, sure, boo-hoo, they cry, but they move on. But my point is, staying true to yourself and living your life for you, you will attract the people that respect that, and that also live their lives for themselves and are not burdened by the pressure of being someone they're not. So I say to you today, stay true to yourself. And you know what the hardest part is going to be? I'm going to tell you right now. Is to figure out who the hell you are. And that's the first step, really. That's a whole other podcast. So how can you stay true to yourself if you really don't know who you are? If you're just going along with the flow and you're just letting life happen. You don't know who you are. So that's the first step. So maybe I'll do that in the next show. But that's all I got for you today. Aura, thanks for calling me Uncle Nat. I feel very special. If you got something you want me to talk about, you know where to go. That's all in the links. You should have my text line on your speed dial, 304-506-3332. Text me and let me know if you will call into the 500 episode live show in prime time, probably going on YouTube with video on my side. If you will call in to the show, I want you to text me, 304-506-3332. As of now, I have 2 people, so that's not enough to do a freaking show. So get off your ass, people. Let me know if you're going to do it or not. And then you better, because you know what? The scary thing is, if you text me and say, I'm going to call the show, and I'm on during the show and you don't call, I have your number. I'll call you, man. 304-506-3332. I want to hear from you. Let me know if you're going to call for the 500th episode live broadcast podcast. Don't forget about the book, The Positive Perspective, on Amazon or my website, bepositivepodcast.com. Grab your personalized copy. I got a couple orders today, and those are going out hopefully tomorrow. I'm going to sign them tonight as soon as I finish this show, and I'm going to get them. I already printed the shipping labels. They're ready to go. They're ready to go. You guys are going to get your books. I appreciate you guys supporting this show by buying a book, man. And the merchandise, I don't push the merchandise a lot, and nobody goes there. So go to the website, click the merch tab, see what I got between shirts, coffee mugs, and other stuff. You might like it, and it would really help keep this show going. All right, that's enough. That's a wrap. It's a wrap. My name is Nat. This has been the Be Positive, Stay Positive podcast. I think we can all do a little bit better. I'll talk to you later.